Hey guys, Dallas back again with another video. Today we have a list of the top 5 best date fragrances that I think every man should own. I do want to start off with some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is Versace Dylan Blue. The reason why I made this an honorable mention is because, you know, this is kind of Versace's take at a mass-pleasing, fresh fragrance. It goes in a similar direction to Dior Sauvage, except this has a little bit more of like a masculine kind of nighttime vibe to it. It does smell really good. You know, this could easily be any season, any occasion type of fragrance, so that means you could wear it on dates if you wanted to. However, I think there are better alternatives for date situations, which is why this did make the honorable mentions. Still a great fragrance. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Second honorable mention, Chanel Eau Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This fragrance is pretty much good at any. You know, you could wear this to school, you could wear this to work, you could wear this shopping. You know, you can wear this whenever you want. Any season, no matter the weather, you can just wear this really whenever you want. And that's the reason why it made the honorable mention. So yes, you could wear it on a date. You could wear it, you know, out to dinner in some sort of situation like that. However, it's not going to be the best at that. You know, this fragrance isn't really suited for any one specific occasion. And that's why it's on the honorable mentions, like I said. So definitely a great fragrance. Definitely could be in your date rotation. It's just not going to be something that is going to be the best at situations like that. This fragrance is the best at what it is, which is being, you know, one of the most versatile men's fragrances there is. It's just not going to be one of your top date fragrances. And the final honorable mention we have, Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb. Man, that smells good. The reason why I made this my honorable mention is because, you know, fall is coming up, and when I smell this, I just think of fall. You know, if you watched my review on Ultra Male, I said that that was a really good fall fragrance. You know, it's a good fragrance that you could wear, you know, if you're outdoors in the fall, like at a fire, if you're going to like a haunted house or Halloween, you know, fall activities like that, to wear that. This is what you would also want to wear for those situations. You know, if you're, you know, at a fire, you know, in the fall evenings or at a haunted house, this would be a solid fragrance, guys. All right, it is what it says. You know, it's Spice Bomb. All right, it's very spicy, very sexy, just very cozy, kind of masculine fragrance. Also could be worn on a date, like I said, in the fall, in the winter. Definitely a great date fragrance. I just didn't feel like I should put it on the top 5 list just because people mostly look at this as a clubbing fragrance, a party fragrance. They don't really see this as, you know, a kind of intimate date fragrance, which is why I didn't want to put it on the list. Either way, definitely had to put it in my honorable mentions. This is a great smelling fragrance. Performance really, really good. Definitely check it out. All right, guys, to start off on our list, number 5, Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. You know, this, going back to spring and summer, this thing, it smells just like a tropical vacation in a bottle. You got melon, you got, you know, these sea notes, very fresh, kind of has this almost sweetness to it, makes it smell really, really young, really, you know, youthful, just kind of chilled, laid back, you know, on the beach. And that being said, you know, it would be a great summer date fragrance or warm weather date fragrance. I know we're kind of getting into fall, even though it is like 90 degrees here today. This would still be a great fragrance, you know, outdoors, sitting, you know, by the lake, by the water, you know, just any sort of outdoor date with, you know, your girls. This would be great for that. So number 5 spot, Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. The performance of this isn't the greatest. Get maybe 5-6 hours. Projection is kind of moderate, so, you know, this isn't going to be kind of an all-day type of date fragrance. You will have to reapply. However, still a great fragrance. So that's my number 5 spot. Number 4 spot, guys, and this makes me upset. Acqua di Gio Profumo. Most of you guys probably aren't aware because I haven't been posting on my channel that much. I've just gotten started, but this is my favorite fragrance. That's all I have to say. This is my favorite fragrance, guys. I do have a review coming up on this one really soon. I don't want to go too in depth with it. I don't want to go too in depth with any of these fragrances. You know, this is just a list. Definitely one of my favorite fragrances. Wish I could put it on my number 1 spot, and in fact, you know, if it were up to me, this would definitely be up there because I've worn this on dates, and it does great. It does great no matter what you're doing. You know, great. You can wear it during the daytime, you can wear it at night, you can wear it on dates. Spring, summer, fall, winter, outdoors, performance of this thing is great. I get 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours, projects really well. You know, I've gotten compliments with this thing right at the 8-hour mark at the end of the night when I didn't think that anyone was going to be smelling me. Just a great fragrance, guys. As far as sprays for this, I would do 1 to 2 sprays max, because like I said, projection is really well, and on a date you don't need that much, you know, projection. You don't want to choke your date out. So 1 to 2 sprays if you're going to wear this on a date. Definitely a really solid pick, you know. If you're spending an evening on the lake, an evening on the beach, or just, you know, an evening at a really fancy dinner, if you smell this, you will fit the part. So number 4, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Number 3 spot, guys, and that is Dolce & Gabbana The One. Now, I just reviewed this fragrance not too long ago, so if you guys do want some information on this fragrance, check out my last video. I'll put a link somewhere up above, but this is definitely a solid date fragrance, okay? You know, just this masculine amber tobacco, you know, it just smells like a sexy man in a bottle. Definitely good, especially for the colder months coming up, fall and winter, you know, but this could be a date fragrance for any time of the year, you know. During the summer when it's hot, if you're going on a date, you can still pull this off. If you're gonna be outdoors, maybe I would lean away from this, but in a controlled environment, any time of the year, definitely a solid date fragrance. As far as sprays go, again, probably I would say with 2. Performance isn't the best. Like I said in my review, it's definitely good. It'll be perfect for a date. So I would do 2 sprays, 2 to 3 sprays, 1 or 2 on the neck, 1 on the chest, and you'll be good. So number 3, Dolce & Gabbana The One. Number 2 spot, guys. We all know this one. La Nuit de l'Homme. Look, here's the deal, guys. This fragrance, it's gotten a lot of hype. And it also gets a lot of hate now because of all the reformulations, you know. People say, oh, don't buy it because it's been reformulated. Don't buy it because everyone knows it's been overhyped. Just don't listen, okay? Buy it because it is a great date fragrance. Buy it because the performance isn't awful. Again, 5 to 6 hours, moderate projection. That's all you need for a date fragrance. If you're trying to make this fragrance a daily driver type signature fragrance that you're gonna wear every day in any situation, obviously that's not going to work for you. But for what this is, a perfect date fragrance. It's powdery, it's alluring, it's just very, very good smelling, guys. Definitely great. Girls do love this. Again, for sprays, 2 to 3, 1 to 2 on the neck, 1 on the chest, on your clothing. It does stick on clothing for a really long time, so if it rubs off on your girl's clothing or her bed sheets or something, she will smell it. So number 2, La Nuit de l'Homme. Number 1, guys, CH Men Privé. This fragrance is just masculine, it's leathery, it's dominant. You know, it's a very, very commanding smelling fragrance. And what I mean by that, you know, if you smell this on a guy, you know, it's gonna be an intimidating fragrance. It's not gonna be like this fragrance right here where you smell this on a guy and he's just like, you know, kind of a beach boy, innocent, you know, just casual, laid back smelling. You know, this thing, you smell this on a guy, you know, it means business, all right? But in a good way, you know. Girls really do love this stuff. A great date fragrance, very masculine, very sexy, kind of has this cozy vibe that'll just make girls just want to come close to you and, you know, just smell you. Definitely a solid pick and my number 1 spot, guys. Great fragrance, especially for the price. As far as sprays, again, like all the other fragrances on this list, aside for 1 or 2, performance, you know, 5, 5.5, 6 hours, projects really well. So 1 to 2, maybe even 3 sprays if you want. Again, in the same spots for a date. Won't go wrong with this. You won't go wrong with any of these fragrances, guys. I think every man should own the fragrances on this list because, you know, fragrances make a big part in our appearance. You can be dressed nicely, you can, you know, be groomed properly, have a fresh cut, nice clothing, but just, you know, having a really good smelling fragrance to top it all off just seals the deal, you know what I mean? So definitely invest in some of these fragrances. Again, you guys know my personal favorite, and there will be a review on that one coming up, hopefully next video. So that's all I have for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite date fragrances are, if you agree with my list or if you think I left something out. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.